We all went and saw it. Did we all go together?
We went together for this.
We went together for funsies, friendship. I'll just start us off. I thought that this was awesome. I f***ing love Lee Cronin's The Mummy. I thought that this was really, really fun. So I did not remember that Lee Cronin of Lee Cronin's The Mummy was the guy who did Lee Cronin's Evil Dead Rise.
What?
So I had just forgotten who Lee Cronin was.
Open up now.
You don't look so good, Mom.
Nothing a big old kiss from you won't fix.
Because his name wasn't in the credits at the time.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I remember thinking during watching Lee Cronin's The Mummy, by the end of it, this movie is more Evil Dead than the last Evil Dead movie. Of course, not remembering that he's the one who made the last Evil Dead movie. It is a little long. I think it's, what is it, 2:15? 2:15.
Yeah.
And I did not really feel that runtime. I could feel other people in the theater feeling the runtime, but I personally didn't feel the runtime.
Are you pointing at her?
I'm pointing at you.
I did. I felt it too.
I heard a lot of sighing from my right, and also this motion.
That was, yeah. At the beginning of the third act, I was like, are we fucking...
What's up to our sidekicks and henchfolk out there in the Mother Loving Geek Nation? Welcome back, or for the first time, to the longest running pop culture podcast of all time, Cult Pop Podcast Live, episode 171. Really wish we had come up with a different name than Cult Pop Podcast Live, like a better, like a catchier name, but we didn't.
I just think it pops.
Is it
Cult Pop Podcast?
I think
I
think that's pretty great. But hey, look, either way, if you're new here, this is a place where we talk about and celebrate all the things we love, like movies, comics, television, Evil Dead, Mummy, exorcisms, and all the other things that scratch that nerdy itch. Tonight, we're broadcasting to you live from Yunkjunk.
Yunkjunk! Thank you, Noah.
If you didn't know, that's a bomb-ass podcast studio space here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
It sure is. I'm JD of Johnny Destructo's Hero Complex, located at 4327 Main Street, Philadelphia, PA 19127. It's a rad-ass comic shop that caters to rad-ass folks just like you. So get on in there and empty your rad-ass pockets of your change, or I will hold you upside down and shake it out of you in order to survive in this terrible, terrible economy that we're in.
Do people still have jingle money?
No.
It's fold money
It's
or,
so rare.
Or digital
it
money.
It's so rare, money, jingle money, or even flippy floppy money, that people come in and they're like, "Do you take cash?" Yes, I take
and
cash.
And you say no, and you
is it?
Yeah.
What do you prefer, flippy floppy money?
Flippy floppy money, the dirty, sweaty booby money, or the sake money. I've had people get into it.
Oh, the boob money.
And then plop it out.
Dirty, sweaty.
Dump it out.
Yeah.
Dirty, sweaty boob money.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or dirty, sweaty sake money.
Okay. Anyway.
Hi, I'm Alice of your other favorite podcast,
Mummy Money.
Inside the Morgue. Yeah, Mummy Money. No, Inside the Morgue. I'm returning to reclaim my throne as the smartest person on this podcast. I swear I didn't write that.
Yeah. No, I mean, you told me to.
Yeah.
I technically typed it.
There was a lot of threats.
Yeah, Matt was here last week.
Look at those guns. I would not F with that.
Matt was here last week, and you were like, write this,
I would
bitch.
not F with
Anyway.
those Gs.
You would not F with those G's. I'm Noel of a physical media space on Instagram, a digital space that we celebrate physical media. You get it? It's irony. Ha ha ha. We also want to draw your attention to our producer, Noah. We're pointing this way, but he's right in front of you.
Oh, look at him. He's so happy.
Right in front of you. Hey,
loves us.
No, we have
Oh,
two
never
questions
mind.
for you. Who wants to give him ask the first question?
If anyone that's watching or listening wants to know more about Yunkjunk HQ and the space and services, where can they inquire?
Check us out online.
Yeah.
We've got a Yunkjunk Instagram.
Oh.
And if you type in Yunkjunk on YouTube, you can find us there as well.
Are there any
Fantastical.
spaces in Yunkjunk, or is it one word? Yunkjunk.
It's one word. Yeah, but they're both capitalized, both halves.
Yunkjunk.
You got it.
And
Second
also,
question.
Yeah. What makes a mummy a mummy?
Yeah.
Well, I would say what makes a mummy is kind of the wrapping and the spirit of the whole thing.
Spirit.
Because a living person can be a mummy as well.
Mummy.
The spirit of the
Muscle
whole
mummy?
thing.
Muscle Mummy. Another new Instagram handle. So we have Trigger Mortis from Pink
Jeez.
Apocalypse.
It's so good.
Muscle mummy.
Rainbow Reaper from my friend Joe Vazzari, who is a guest on Inside the Morgue, and now Muscle Mummy.
How come he has only been a guest on Inside the Morgue?
Because we never
Because he's
invited
a
him here.
coroner and he wanted to talk about coroner
We
stuff.
talk about death shit all the time.
Yeah, because of me. I can't have another death-obsessed person on this podcast. I have to be the only one.
Because you're super chill about it.
I'm super...
Anyway, tonight we're going to be talking about the new and surprisingly slimy horror film, Lee Cronin's The Mummy. Now, I thought it
Slimy?
was surprisingly slimy.
It was so slimy.
Slimy.
Actually, in the morgue, we would call that skin slippage.
If you think mummies, you think
Dust.
dry, husk.
Mummification literally is desiccation,
So
which is
I think
dying.
surprisingly slimy, not dusty, but slimy. We're going to let you know what we thought about this latest trip to the tomb.
Oh, it's me. Remember, if you're here live, feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon.
Fucking
If you're
smooth.
watching later, you can still all do all that fun stuff. Do it.
Yeah,
sure.
We love a little back and forth anytime, day or night. Actually, maybe not at night.
Well, you don't get the notifications. You're fine.
It's true.
Yeah,
I'm
just-
fine. Bother them.
Just roll with it.
So pipe up in the chat.
You can also send us emails to cultpopgo@gmail.com, and we'll address them here on the show like we would do right this second if anybody had done that. But they did not, so we
Nope.
will not.
Nobody's got an email?
No emails,
Why?
Oh, they
because they hate
Aw.
us.
Hey.
I love letters.
Yeah.
I
We
love
don't have
lots and
letters?
lots and lots and lots of letters.
Which we don't have.
Yeah.
Womp, womp. Well, I mean, we might as well go to the next segment.
Vicious Marshmallow is in the chat saying he only works for boob money.
Since we don't have a letter segment, calling an audible, that's when you call a play on the field. You know that.
Why are
He
you saying
doesn't
to me?
Point to me because I don't know.
We're connected.
We're on the team
Oh.
together. We
I
know.
thought it was because he was
what
gotta
it's
do the
a
writ-
perimeter.
lady. Oh, hey Alice, what's poppin'?
No.
Oh, not yet.
I wanted to ask you guys.
Oh, not yet.
Two trailers dropped today. Right? I thought you'd want to talk about this.
Sure, we can
I'm
do that.
super not chill about one of them.
Yeah. One of them is Clayface, by James, written by Mike Flanagan, and directed by James Watkins.
It's not only Mike Flanagan. I forget who the other writer is, but it's partly Mike Flanagan.
It started as a Mike Flanagan
Yes.
script, and somebody came and helped rewrite. But
I'm sorry to the other writer. I'm sure you're fantastic as
that's the second DC movie this year, DCU
Yeah.
proper movie this year, and it's a horror movie. What
well.
did
Body
you guys,
horror.
what did you guys think of the trailer?
Excellent
I hated
trailer.
it. No,
I loved it. I thought the trailer was fantastic.
I thought it was dope too, but the first thing I thought of was it has one of your least favorite tropes.
Oh,
Melting faces.
No, trailer tropes of a slowed down version of a
pop song?
Of a pop song.
Oh.
I was
a
like,
slow, spooky version of a pop song.
yeah,
What pop song was it
it's
again?
really just like one piano note over and over again, and
Yes.
somebody
My
like
love
rolling.
wrappings are falling
Yeah,
apart
that does
behind me.
drive me a little bonkers. But that being said,
Proceeded.
the
I love that
trailer was really well put together. I'm excited. I thought that Clayface was a very interesting and surprising decision to make.
Ballsy.
Yeah,
Wow.
like I could understand if it was a HBO show a la Penguin,
Mm-hmm.
but this is a full ass movie going
But
into
even-
theaters.
I'm so excited.
Even that was a
Hush is
$300 million movie success.
Mhm.
Precipitated that as like a proof of concept.
Yeah,
This is just
Mhm.
Clayface.
Hush is one of my favorite comic arcs with
Hush.
spoiler. But
who's Tom Reese Harris?
British guy.
Okay, like Clayface.
I know
who is
that name.
British face.
I probably know that name because I've been obsessing over Clayface for
Ah.
since I heard this was going to be a thing that Mike Flanagan was involved in, and
I
it's
feel like he's been on
Universe.
TV shows.
yeah.
White Lines.
These TV shows.
I loved this trailer, and I even sent you guys this shot towards the end when he's just like laying there, and then he just wipes his face,
Such a
and it's
good
just
shot.
gone. And I'm like, that was so satisfying how smooth that was, and now I just want to be able to just like wipe my face off.
Yeah, the sound
it's
design.
just all gone.
I don't know
No
if
face.
it's for trailers they either do new footage or different noises or different music that's not actually associated with the movie at all. But the sound design for that,
Mhm.
where he just slurps his face shut,
Yeah.
was cool as hell.
And that is a very easy shot to mess up so that it just looks like CG,
It
right?
looked
But it's so
good.
well done. Yeah.
It looked
Also,
so
too,
good.
they at least are hinting at the more cartoonish features of
I don't know.
the character with like a shadow of like creating a mace hand.
Oh yeah. Oh, I didn't catch that. I missed it.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, nice.
Watch it again.
I
It's
will.
so good.
You know what I didn't watch for the first time?
You didn't watch the Evil Dead Burn
I get
trailer?
a chance to now. Evil Dead Burn.
It's
Evil Dead
Did you guys
Burn
wa-
or Evil Dead Burns?
Evil Dead Burn.
Boo.
You didn't get a
Earns.
chance to watch it either? Jesus Christ, guys.
Here,
I was
everyone,
watching
let's
Clayface.
watch it together.
It's legitimately look, we
I can
went
only
and saw The Mummy and it's supposed to be attached to these. It wasn't on there.
Yeah.
If it was, it would be the best part of going to see The Mummy.
Oh my gosh.
It is a
Okay.
it is a single oneer of somebody trying to crawl through the house and shit's happening all around them
Oh my God.
and it just shows titles. It is so good. It's like a minute and 15 seconds of just perfect atmosphere.
Damn it!
Now I'm so stoked.
It,
I was stoked before, and I just didn't get a chance.
Had I
There
known we
doesn't-
were going to be taking an audible,
there doesn't need to.
Inaudible.
I think we're making an audible, taking an audible. Also,
if we
too-
were going to be borrowing audibles accounts,
If we were going to be charging audibles
yeah,
to
Do you have a
Brainspace,
medical card for that Audible that
I
you're
do.
about to take?
I do.
It's a fantastic trailer.
I have a
and
bad back.
Vicious Marshmallow in the chat. Yes, the Coyote versus Acme trailer also dropped today,
Oh.
and that was absolutely fantastic
Really?
too. Yeah,
So for anyone who doesn't know, Coyote versus Acme was a
I
movie.
hyperfixated too hard on Clayface.
you
was
killed it. You
It
killed
was a movie that was made, completed, and then scrapped, a la Batgirl. But now, I guess a deal has been made and it's coming out.
Yeah, another company bought the distribution rights and they're co-distributing
Oh,
it with
fun.
Warner Brothers or whatever. But yeah, it's Will Forte plays a injury attorney who is representing Coyote in class action lawsuit against Acme
Fantastic.
because they make all these terrible products.
Oh my
And
God.
That's pretty fun.
John
That's
Cena is
that's
the
so good.
either the head lawyer or the head of Acme and is the villain.
Okay, yeah.
But it
Sure.
it looks absolutely wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it like Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Where it's like
No,
part animated.
well,
part-
yes.
Like
Yeah.
live
More like
people
that-
interacting
yes.
with
Yeah.
cartoons.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
It was very good.
That
Looks
sounds
very, very, very good.
Oh, nice. I'm very excited. I
Yeah.
wish I had watched either of these two trailers.
It's just
But the one for Clayface was great. Also, the
so good.
poster is nice.
Oh,
just
with the
bleh,
sketchy-
bleh.
Yeah.
That's the
yeah.
Sound.
We're in for some fun stuff this
Excellent.
this summer fall.
melty
But
body
speaking of some
parts.
fun stuff,
Mhm.
what's been popping for you guys this week?
Oh,
Hey, for me, I'll tell you what it was. It was
popping.
DTF St. Louis.
What?
Making sure I'm saying St. Louis. I always want to say Louis. Season 1 from HBO Max. The
Louis.
Rotten Tomatoes is an 89%.
Louisville.
Audience has it at a 69%. A love triangle between three adults experiencing middle-aged malaise that leads to one of them ending up dead.
I don't like Malays on my sandwiches.
No, he really doesn't. He's
Doesn't.
just really grossed out by dollops
much-
of malaise.
Yeah, it's sloppy sandwiches or wet sandwiches with too much Malays.
So DTF St. Louis has Jason Bateman, one of my faves, as well as the other gentleman,
David
David
Harbour.
Harbour.
David Harbour from Stranger Things and from Black Widow and all that stuff. And Linda Cardellini, another favorite of mine. So
Caroline.
I had no idea what the show was about. All I saw was up on the HBO Max blippity bloppity bloop, and I went, "Oh, I'll blippity blop bloop that."
Yeah.
And so I did,
Bloop it.
and we watched it, and we watched the first episode, and was immediately hooked by how it ends. And then we finished up the entire season. Just I want to say last night or the night before. Finally finished it up, and I don't know how to recommend this show. I think that the entire experience of watching DTF St. Louis was charming, surprising, lovely, and heartwarming. But it's also about middle-aged malaise and cheating and a death. A death happens.
Mhm.
It's a murder mystery. Spoiler alert, maybe.
It end up being dead.
Ends up being dead, but yeah, it's a murder mystery. And so Richard Jenkins comes in and his partner are trying to solve the murder. And it's such a wonderful show for 99% of it. But then the way it ends, unsurprising as it is, because you know in the first episode how this ends in someone's death, and it's them sort of going back
Mhm.
and researching and showing flashbacks. You know how it ends, but it still left me kind of bummed and sad, and I feel like there was a different way to end this without leaving me with that feeling.
So it wasn't like a catharsis kind of sad feeling.
No. It ends on a real downer, which again shouldn't be a surprise, but kind of was, given how much of their relationship is.
Sounds like they tragedy switched you. Like
Yeah.
it was clear. Maybe you were having too much fun to realize that this story is actually a tragedy.
Mm-hmm. It really is.
And
it
then when
ends
it
as a
reminded
tragedy.
you were like,
Yeah.
oh, fuck. I was
Yeah.
having so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
Am I allowed to have fun?
Mm.
I get that.
Yeah, and
That's fair.
it was just the acting was so great. Just really, and every episode you watched, gave you more information that made it seem like, oh, maybe this person is the killer. Maybe this person is the killer. And then, oh, we're sprinkled all of this information, and it completely changes your viewpoint on the show and the characters. And so it was really interesting that way. But it was such a bummer that it's like, it's not, I don't think overall I'd recommend it to many people.
I've seen it so I haven't had a chance to watch it yet. Two things. One, it's a limited series. It's done.
Yeah.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
So no season 2 bullshit or squeezing it in. The other thing is I've seen it favorably compared to Succession in trades. In so much as I'm having a good time. This is really funny. It's very smart. This is wildly fucked up.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be rooting for this,
Yeah.
or this is uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But it's fun and it's wonderful. So I could totally, hearing you explain that, I could see that.
Yeah. I will say that it does have a beautiful best friendship between the two main characters, and it's interactions that I've never seen on television or in movies before. Nice. It is really, I think, kind of daring with its approach to masculinity and specifically male friendship.
I love that.
Very, very cool to see that sort of played out on screen. It was delightful to watch, and it was like the whole time I'm like, oh man, I know this is going to end sad, but I don't want it to, and then it did. So yeah.
Pink popped up in the chat.
Hi, Pink.
I don't know if anyone can see this, but I can't ever see Vicious Marshmallow's posts. I don't know if that's intentional. Now, Vicious Marshmallow comments after that, and I don't know if it's in reference to or in reference to DTF. 69.
Or is he just saying that because he knows?
Are you saying that?
Be seen,
yeah. Are you saying that because you know you can't be seen? Are you saying that because, ha ha ha, Pink? Or are you saying that because 69 about a show called Down to Fuck? St. Louis?
Audience, the Rotten Tomatoes score, the audience score for this was 69.
Well, if anything, that was for Pink to let you know that he did message again, and it was 69%.
It was very important.
It's very important. You should know.
Hey, Alice, what was popping for you this week?
Or floating.
Went on. Oh yeah. Oh my god, it's funny because I watched Howl's Moving Castle for the first time ever. I am been exploring Studio Ghibli films, and I had a wonderful girls' movie night with my dear friend Abby, and I went over to her place, and she had already pulled up all of the Studio Ghibli movies. She's like, we need like a comfy, cozy, fun adventure tonight, and I was like, you're so right, we do. And she was leaning towards this one, asked if I was okay with it, and I was like, I've heard great things. My sister's a big Studio Ghibli fan, and so she loves this one too, and told me that I would love it as well. And she was correct. This was delightful. It was so whimsical. I love
some whimsy.
I love some whimsy. The animation obviously is gorgeous, as we know. And the story was just so endearing, and
May I?
Yes.
Sophie has an uneventful life at her late father's hat shop, but all that changes when she befriends wizard Howl, who lives in a magical flying castle. However, the evil witch of waste takes issue with their budding relationship and casts a spell on young Sophie, which ages her prematurely. Now, Howl must use all his magical talents to battle the jealous hag and return Sophie to her former youth and beauty.
It's an adorable adventure.
It really is cute.
It's so cute. And it's, oh my God, it's so charming. And it's, my sister she never watches like English versions of the Studio Ghibli movies. I had watched the English one, immediately clocked Christian Bale as the voice of Howl. And I texted my sister that I was watching it. She's like, did you watch the English version? Christian Bale is Howl. I was like, I'm going to recognize a Batman voice when I hear one. She's like, you're right. I'm so sorry. She's like, you're right.
Swear to Sophie.
I was like, I will recognize any Batman actor.
Get in the castle.
This was a delightful time. I loved Sophie as a character. Even when she was just, I was just cracking up. She turns into an old woman. She's kind of just like, all right, gotta go figure this out.
Yep.
Like, it's just so cute.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
How many of the Miyazaki films have you seen?
This will be the second.
What was the first one?
Totoro.
Oh, Totoro. Nice.
You're still in the cutesy phase of.
I'm still in the cutesy phase.
Ponyo is very cutesy.
Ponyo was up there for we almost watched.
The transition from cutesy to heady esoteric should probably be Spirited Away.
I love Spirit.
Okay,
I just-
yeah,
Away is my
I've
favorite.
heard that's a good
It's
one.
aesthetically really cutesy, tonally very heady.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like that's the good transition point, and then get into the weird shit like Grave of the Fireflies and
Princess Mononoke.
I was
Okay.
just
my
gonna
other
ask about that
favorite.
one. Where does
That's-
that one
yeah,
fall?
Those are my two favorites.
That's my sister's
Spirited
favorite.
Away,
I'm pretty
Princess
sure she has a
Tutu.
poster of that one in her apartment. I'm
So
pretty sure
goddamn
that's her
good.
favorite.
It's so
So,
good.
is it one?
was
It's one of the
college.
heavier ones.
Princess Mononoke. It's fantasy.
Yeah.
It's like violent fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
It's great. It's
You
not,
guys-
I wouldn't call it heady.
Did you guys see The Boy and the Heron?
No, but I want to because it
It's-
also
Yeah.
has Robert Pattinson
One of
saw it in the
the
theater.
one of
I
the
did.
And Mark
smartest
Hamill.
movies I've
It was a
ever
little
seen.
too heady.
Yeah,
For me.
and Christian Bale in that one again.
I was like, wow, this is beautiful. I want to go home.
Yeah. It wasn't one of my favorites for sure.
No.
I do want to see that one just because our Pats. You know, I love Robert Pattinson.
Sure, he's
I'll
a,
recognize
he's
that
a
man.
fucked up crane.
Of the two,
Aaron.
Howl's and Totoro,
He's the crane. Isn't he the crane?
it's a story about himself. Right? It's like a what are we talking about?
No, the Robert
Miyazaki?
Pattinson.
Oh,
It's-
Pattinson.
I guess he is the heron. But it was a
I don't know
crane.
birds.
You guys didn't like The Depth?
The what?
I felt it was a pretty deep movie, but it also could be approached by kids. That was the whole point, right?
I thought it was a very deep movie that was 40 minutes too long. It,
I'd agree with that. I'd
it
agree
was
with that.
navel gazing.
Yeah.
It was just like, look how beautiful and textured me pouring this glass of water is against the bedside. Watch it. Watch it.
Mhm.
Look. Gorgeous.
I
Like-
also
Like, yeah, that was the
Chef's
movie.
kiss at the end.
Yeah, that was the movie. And I was like, all right, let's go.
I'm still gonna have to watch it. But yeah, I had a delightful time.
nice.
I'll
This
accept
is-
that. I'll accept that, Noel.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hey, Noel, speaking of Noel,
Yo.
what was popping for you this week?
So my wife and I watched
My wife.
My wife.
Are there like sound
What
effects
is
like
happening? What's
well, I mean like
Bwah, bwah, bwah.
yeah, the horn
Aruga.
noises like
Oi, 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 oi,
like
oi.
word of the
Yeah.
word of the day.
Yeah.
With
Oh, I
Pee-wee's,
see.
yeah.
Ah, there it is.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right.
Duh. We watched a movie last night. Just dropped on HBO Max. Hannibal,
Yes.
Pushing
Pushing
Daisies,
Daisies. Yes.
Wonderfalls,
Yes. Oh, Wonder Falls. Right. Yes.
American Gods,
Was that him?
Dustbunny, 2025, written and directed by Brian Fuller, the showrunner and creator of all those shows I just talked about. This is his feature film debut. It is about 10-year-old Aurora asks a hitman to kill the monster she believes ate her family that lives under her bed. To protect her, he'll need to battle an onslaught of other assassins while accepting the fact that some monsters may be real. This is a weird... Rotten Tomato score, 86%. Audience score, 82%. Very high.
Yeah.
This was Leon the Professional,
Yep.
but by Roald Dahl,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
if he was French.
Wow.
Have you seen the
That's
trailer?
a
I watched.
lot of-
I watched the first 20 minutes.
There's no characters that speak to each other for 28 minutes. I actually paused
Mhm.
to see when somebody
Yeah.
she knocks on his door. That's the first time two characters are talking
Yeah.
to each other. That aren't
Except,
the
yeah.
parents.
Besides the parents, but yeah.
Well, they have like 4 lines.
Yeah.
That's it.
There's nothing under your bed. You're fine. Go to sleep, and that's
Yeah.
it. That's it.
And then the rest of it's just like music and her walking around and stuff.
The Roald Dahl thing is intriguing me.
Yeah, it's
That's a great elevator pitch for what I watched.
yeah.
Yeah.
Forgive. I'm gonna do this twice tonight, but I'm actually like I put my thoughts on my letterbox.
Heck yeah.
I was gonna say at this point we have a Noel's Letterboxd
Yeah.
review section.
Hell yeah.
Leon by way of Terry Gilliam and Roald Dahl
Yep.
from the creator of Hannibal Pushing. Blah, blah, blah. It's a shaggy and often nonsensical movie that rides very high on vibes. But those vibes are so chill and engaging that it's kind of worth the ride. The first 28 minutes are largely dialogue free, which allows you to settle into the weird little world in which this little girl hires a hitman across the hall to kill a monster under her bed. That's kind of all you need to know. If that sounds like fun, watch it.
That sounds like fun. I'm gonna watch it.
I will not tell you. I will not tell you what is in somebody's head, what's not in somebody's head,
Yeah.
what is real, what isn't real. Just know that it is not a movie that's supposed to make sense other than feelings.
Okay.
Like
I fell asleep. But
That's
to
what
be
you were
fair,
feeling.
I did have an edible.
You took an
So,
audible?
I took an audible edible.
Yeah.
And I was also listening to Audible.
you know what it made me think of? It made me think of, and I don't remember the name of the director. City of Lost Children.
Yes.
It's just a very.
It felt very foreign. It felt like a very French
I the whole time thought that they actually are in France.
Yeah.
At the very, 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 very end of the movie, there's a license plate that says New York. I was like, oh, this is even more elevated
really?
and crazy and kind of colorful and weird.
It was cute. The very, very beginning where I think the credits are happening, and then you're following this little dust mote as it's just floating through the air, and then just becoming bigger and bigger as it increases in size with the other dust motes, and then becomes a little dust bunny under the bed. It's a very cool opening shot.
It's a
I love that.
It's
And
a
it's
really
like ears
wild,
twitch.
fun movie.
Yeah.
We had a good time, and a lot of people show up. Sigourney Weaver shows up.
Yep.
David Dastmalchian shows up.
I like that guy.
Just it was a really sweet, fucked up, colorful movie.
Action.
Sweet.
There's action.
Fucked up.
Well, it is. It's like
Colorful.
a whimsical
my new
children's
Hinge
movie,
bio.
but it's rated R, where they kind of together cut up a body because they have to.
Yeah.
Like it's a very weird movie. I think it was really interesting. I am actually surprised it had such a high Rotten Tomato score, and I was like,
Me too.
let me go look and see. Is it just like 6 reviews? Like, no, it's like 90 something. So like this was in the festival circuit. People really did get to it, but it didn't. I guess it didn't have a very wide release because it just like it came out last year, small, and then showed up on HBO Max.
You know, I think one of the big draws for me for Brian Fuller, besides the visuals, which is a big component of what he does, is I think the characters and the way they talk to each other is very charming. And so I didn't have that to sort of grasp onto as I was watching the first 20 minutes of this because there's no dialogue. So that I think kind of pulls me out a little bit where I'm there for like the charm and the whimsy of
Love
the
some whimsy.
characters and the way they interact with each other.
It shows
so
up.
without that, I was just kind of like,
It shows up.
Okay.
You were 5 minutes away.
yeah, nice.
It shows
All right.
up hard.
It's one of those ones that I was like, oh, I'll get back to this at some other point, and then I put something else on.
It's good.
I think I went back to Ranma 1/2 because I was like, I'm too high for this. I'm going to watch Ranma because it's delightful.
Yeah, I would recommend it. It's very weird and fun in a good way.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah, I do like Brian Fuller. Does he have anything coming down the pike? Is he working on any other shows?
He was doing that Friday the 13th show, but he got fired from that, I think.
Oh, come on. Although I think that would be a weird. I'd be curious to see what that would even be like.
Yeah, he's got a
Dumping him out.
Brian Fuller's he's got a weird like trajectory, like career trajectory because
Yeah.
like he has helped start and then left or unceremoniously bounced from shows.
Multiple shows. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it's so I don't know. I mean, your guess is as good as mine. This was his first movie though, and I would watch another one just
Yeah.
based off this. Yeah.
Nice. That's good to hear. All right. That is what was popping for us this week. Now we're going to move on to the main meat of the show. Lee
The
Cronin's.
sloppy.
You said slimy.
stringy-
Slimy.
It is every visceral,
Adjective?
every word that elicits any kind of viscosity, whether
Wet
s-
puppets.
Yeah.
There's no puppets.
There's no puppets. Maybe,
But there's a lot of wet.
There was some puppets.
There's a lot of wet.
There's a lot of wet.
Anyway.
Lee Cronin's The Mummy. We're going to talk about it without spoilers for a little while. We'll give you our basic thoughts because we are basic bitches. And then eventually we'll get into spoilers, but we'll let you know when that happens. Lee Cronin's The Mummy 2026, written and directed by Lee Cronin. Starring
Wait, what?
Jack Rayner.
Wait, that'd be really funny if somebody put somebody else's name
Yeah.
in the title. It's like directed by Tim Burton. Like, Lee Cronin.
Calamaway.
Thank you. May Calamaway
Calamaway.
and Leah Costa. Leia
Calamaway.
Costa. The young daughter of a journalist disappears into the desert without a trace. 8 years later, the broken family is shocked when she's returned to them. However, what should be a joyful reunion soon turns into a living nightmare as she starts to transform into something truly horrifying. Rotten Tomatoes has it at a 47%, Popcorn 75%, Metacritic 46, Cinema Score C+.
Oof.
Now,
That's,
I'm sorry. A live update. It's 45%.
I was just going to say, I checked right before we recorded and 47's too high. I don't want
Oofa
to say it.
doofa.
Call it on his shit.
154 reviews.
For
Let's see
anyone
if
who
Matt
doesn't
Monagle
know, Lee Cronin is the gentleman who directed the most recent Evil Dead sequel, Evil Dead Rise, with the cheese grater.
Famously.
How did you guys like Evil Dead Rise?
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I really liked it.
Okay, cool.
Go on.
That's it. No, that's all I got now.
Damn it.
Love it. I love practical effects and spooky shit.
Yeah.
It was all over it.
I
It's grated into my brain.
Hey-o.
you saw it in the theaters, right? Or did you see it
didn't.
afterwards?
Oh.
Saw it afterwards.
Oh.
Yeah.
We saw it in theaters. You and I, yes,
Were we together?
probably.
Aw.
There's nobody else I would go see Evil Dead Rise with. I don't think Sushan was interested. Must have been me.
When did that come
Actually,
out?
I think I might have gone alone.
Oh, maybe I went alone.
I think we might have gone alone.
Two lonely, salty
Oh,
boys.
You were touching it. I just felt like
Oh.
Together.
completing the chain.
Yeah.
What did you think of it?
Evil Dead?
Evil Dead Rise.
Evil Dead Rise. First time I saw it, I was a little underwhelmed.
Same.
There's a couple of like big choices I didn't really like, but I didn't dismiss it because it was a really tight movie.
Mhm.
Like it's 95 minutes. It's very propulsive, and it's competent. Sounds like a diss. It's not. It's just like it was a solid movie,
Yeah.
but I didn't enjoy it nearly as much as the 2013 Evil Dead. That had like a nasty streak that still escalated into a good for her. This was just a nasty streak.
Yeah.
And I wasn't
13 Evil Dead is really good.
yeah. I wasn't sure
my
if
favorite.
that's what I wanted out of Evil Dead. It was just
Yeah.
like, okay, it's got the tropes of an Evil Dead movie and it's cool. It's fine. I recently, before we went and saw The Mummy,
Lee Cronin's The Mummy.
Lee Cronin's The Mummy.
Okay,
Sorry.
yeah, yeah.
Before we went and
Directed
saw
by-
Lee Cronin's The Mummy, written and directed by Lee Cronin. I'm not sure if you know that. Who also wrote and directed Evil Dead Rise. I had been meaning to sit down and rewatch it again
Yeah.
because it left me a little cold.
Yeah.
I liked it a lot better the second time.
Oh, that's great.
A lot. I still have the same exact big fucking issue with that movie, but it's really solid. It's a solid flick. It's got more good than bad in it. I'm glad he's not doing the next one. I like the idea of a new
Yeah.
young director for every Evil Dead movie. I think that's a cool thing that they're doing.
Yeah.
And seeing the Evil Dead burn trailer is awesome.
I believe when we were talking about it the other day, it was like something like it's all pizza. All the Evil Dead movies
Oh,
are
yeah.
pizza.
You're
So
talking
even
about
the
Ready or
worst,
Not.
even the worst Evil Dead is pizza.
Yeah, it's just
So
pizza.
good.
It's cold pizza, hot pizza.
Yeah.
So, like even if it's cafeteria pizza, it's still pizza.
It's
Yeah.
still
if
pizza.
it's fucking French bread pizza or pizza on a bagel,
Ooh,
it's just
yeah.
it's
Elio's French bread.
shit, but good.
Pizza. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Still
I'd
pizza.
eat it.
It's fucking microwave pizza, but it's still pizza, and I'll
Yeah.
still eat it. It's
I'm
fine.
still gonna eat it.
There's nothing wrong with it.
I have not revisited that movie since seeing it in the theaters, and I would like to. I wish I had done, but I never got around to it. I had a similar feeling where I was like, this doesn't feel Evil Dead-y enough, evilly dead enough. So
I can see that.
yeah, I just wanted a little bit more. I feel like it didn't really reach. And to be fair, coming from the 2012 Evil Dead, 2013 Evil Dead remake, which is the pinnacle of remakes for me. It's like up there in like top 5 remakes. I just love that movie so much.
Thing.
Mm-hmm.
Others. I don't fucking know.
Friday the 13th,
don't.
2009.
That's a terrible fucking movie.
Up there for Noel.
Yeah, he loved. This is his
Mine.
favorite.
Just kidding.
So yeah, to be fair, I
think it's the
was
best remake.
Hate that movie so
coming
much.
off the high over a decade before that, and being like, this
You're
isn't
just
as good as
riding
the
that high.
2013 Evil Dead remake.
It does have the best title sequence of any
It's
Evil
so
Dead
good.
movie.
It's
Yeah.
so good. Yeah, the title card is awesome.
We were talking to somebody in the shop one time that the cheese grater was so
Not enough.
advertised.
Yeah, I
like
wanted
the
more cheese grater.
posters, Yeah.
There's like
heard-
one slight little.
I was listening to a podcast, and apparently Lee Cronin of Lee Cronin's The Mummy.
Oh, he wrote and directed.
He wrote and directed Evil Dead
Lee
Rise.
Cronin's The
Also, Lee Cronin's The Mummy.
Yeah.
He, at a screening for Lee Cronin's The Mummy, Lee Cronin, after a Q&A, had mentioned that if you felt what we did for cheese graters in Lee Cronin's Evil Dead Rise, we'll do for nail clippers in Lee Cronin's The Mummy. And that's a direct quote from Lee Cronin.
Nice.
After a screening of
Vis-a-vis Lee
before
Cronin's The Mummy.
before a screening of Lee Cronin's The Mummy.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
if you feel the same way or differently about nail clippers now,
I do, and that is something I do want to get into because we were having a discussion about this in the car.
Yeah, but we won't spoil it right this second.
Spoil it, but
We should talk about Lee Cronin's The Mummy.
someone else.
While we're here.
rewatch Evil Dead Rise.
Do it.
Go see Evil Dead Rise if you haven't
Yeah.
seen it yet. Evil Dead Rise is a very, very pretty movie.
Yes.
this is a very pretty movie, but I think Evil Dead Rise is aesthetically a much more complete, very pretty movie. There's a couple of like screenshots in that movie where you could pause it and be like, how the fuck did they do that?
Yeah.
Like her in the elevator being completely twisted and contorted, crawling up the ceiling, doing her scream. Like there's a lot of like sci-fi, almost sci-fi horror elements to Evil Dead Rise that I didn't recognize as impressive as they were until after the fact. So
Nice.
it's a good set.
Oh man, I'm excited to go revisit it.
Yeah.
Because like I said, all the Evil Deads are worth my time.
Yeah, there's not a bad one.
Pizza.
There's not one that I'll put on and be like, oh man, I wish I wasn't watching this right now. So Lee Cronin's The Mummy. We all went and saw it. Did we all go together?
We went together for this.
We went together
Yeah,
for
I was there.
funsies, friendship. And I'll just start us off. I thought that this was awesome. I fucking love Lee Cronin's The Mummy. I thought that this was really, really fun. Maybe fun's not the right word. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. It felt like, okay, so I did not remember that Lee Cronin of Lee Cronin's The Mummy was the guy who did Lee Cronin's Evil Dead Rise.
What?
So I had just forgotten who Lee Cronin was.
Because his name wasn't in the credits at
Right.
the time.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
So I remember thinking during watching Lee Cronin's The Mummy, oh my God, by the end of it, this movie is more Evil Dead than the last Evil Dead movie. Of course, not remembering that he's the one who made the last Evil Dead movie. So I think that it is a little long. I think it's, what is it, 2:15?
Yeah.
It
2:15.
is- Yeah.
And I did not really feel that runtime. I could feel other people in the theater feeling the runtime, but I personally didn't feel the runtime.
Are you pointing at her?
I'm pointing at you.
I did. I felt it too.
I heard a lot of sighing
Yeah.
from my right,
Yeah.
and also this motion.
That was yeah. At the beginning of
Yeah.
the third act, I was
Yeah,
like,
it's
"Are
like-
we fucking?"
Mm-hmm.
Because like I do it every time because the trailers are either going to be 25 minutes or 10. I don't fucking know. So I know run times usually. I guess almost just like as a test to myself, I'll look and see when it actually starts,
Mhm.
and then when I just sense that I think we're moving into the third act,
Yeah.
I'll look and check to see how long time has passed
Uh-huh.
if that's the third act.
Mhm.
So I was just like, I think this is finally the third act. Yeah, no, it's 9:12. That
Yeah.
tracks. Okay, let's
Yeah.
go.
Um,
Let's get to this.
So I could feel that energy.
Oh yeah.
But I myself, I was steeped into it. I think that the time that we're allowed to hang out with this family is important to my personal reaction when the violence starts escalating. So all of the time that we have with them, and the fact that this is a creature, a mummy that thrives on turning family members against each other. I think it was important to have all of that FaceTime with the family. And I just had a blast with it. And there's some of the most gnarly effects, CGI, whatever. I couldn't even tell you. I don't think it felt. I know there's a lot of CG, but there wasn't a lot of stuff in here where I was just like, oh man, that is terrible CG.
Maybe
Except
just the
for
coyotes.
the title card. There-
I already forgot about it. Yeah,
It
you're
was
right.
just like the mummy. I didn't like
Oh,
this
yeah.
title card. Felt like it was out of sync with the rest of what was happening. It felt like pixelated and not
The,
part of the scene.
The coyotes looked unfinished. The first
Yeah.
that's just
Oh,
that's
yeah,
like
they
such
did.
a nitpick, and it's not a weight on the movie whatsoever in my thoughts for it. But I do remember when they open up the gate and there's like 4 coyotes there. It looks like they're just like digitally imposed on a plate.
They
Yeah.
reminded
Like,
me.
I'm like, are those? They looked like a screen. So it was like, are they 14 feet tall?
They
or 6
reminded
feet
me
tall? I can't
of
tell.
the wolves
look
from
like they're flat.
Twilight. A little bit.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
They
Where it's just
reminded
like-
me.
Is that a
Jacob?
giant wolf, a little wolf,
Or a regular
or
wolf.
not a wolf?
It's a coyote. Yeah, it reminded me
It's a
like that.
coyote.
I know exactly what you're talking about because it like reminded me of like New Moon. I
Yeah,
was like,
that's
It
awesome.
looked like it was an insert for a test screening. Like, oh, we're gonna totally put
Yeah.
coyotes in this right
Yeah.
here, but this is just temporary. Like that's
I did.
the rest
But
of the movie is like gorgeous, but it's just like wolves. It's like okay,
wolves.
But the
unchill wolves.
I'm seeing.
Still wolves.
This is no chill. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, it's fine.
We're wolven.
I'm just
Like,
seeing
we're coyoting.
a lot of hullabaloo online about how this wasn't really a mummy movie, but I actually really kind of dig. This feels to me like, in the same way that they've been rejiggering some of the Universal monsters, the Invisible Man was a very different take on the Invisible Man. And it was like this tech suit and all this sort of stuff. So this feels like that to me, which is like this mummy creature, demon, whatever it is able to infect hosts. And they're trapped inside these hosts. And that's how we get what we get here, which is more akin to, say, The Exorcist.
Yeah.
You took the thing I was gonna say.
Sorry.
I like it's
Stop
honestly
doing that.
calling it not a mummy or a mummy movie is splitting hairs. I don't think it's a mummy movie. It's not a subversion of mummy movies. It's just not a mummy movie, which is fine. It doesn't have to be. I have problems with the movie that have nothing to do with if they categorized the evil correctly.
The evil
You know what I
correct.
mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think there's enough in this to make it a mummy movie. The fact that this is it a spoil? No, we've seen the trailer. The fact that this girl is in a sarcophagi and they are using ancient scripts to wrap up a corpse or a person in to mummify them and keep this thing.
There's no mummification. That's the part.
Pretty mummified when they bring her out.
No, that's not technically.
That's not technically mummification.
She's,
No, she's
still,
still-
skin slippy.
She's also
Mummification,
like,
they dry you out. They put you in
she's got
salt.
all
They
of her
like
things in her.
That's
It's
true.
Like she's complete. She's not mummified. She's just kind of trapped.
They just
in
wrap her up.
wraps.
Sure.
Whatever. But again, I don't think that that's when people come at you with that as their biggest problem with the movie. It's a little moot. I think that is when you talk to people about movies. Sometimes they will hang on to like one thing and be like, "That's why it sucks."
Yeah. Especially in groupthink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually, while that might be true, it's indicative of a bigger problem that they can't articulate very well. So, like, some people may have had problems with the tone or the shifting or things like that, but they'll only point to it's not even a fucking mummy, so it's not
Yeah.
good. Like,
Mhm.
what is? It's the when you talk
Somehow
about
Palpatine returned.
Yeah. They had I had other problems with that movie, but there being
That
a
became
line
the-
of a character who doesn't know what the audience knows saying somehow this happened is not the problem of the movie.
Mm.
Like, there's people in it and then there's people outside of it. If your problem is with everything outside of it, you're not actually asking why this did or didn't work for you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Now I have a
No.
question.
Welcome to class.
Yeah.
No,
I have a
that's-
question for Noel.
Do you want me
Did
to
or
go?
did this not work for you?
It didn't work for me.
Go on.
Go
Actually,
on.
wait, shut up. Jeremy's in the chat saying, wait, whose mummy is it?
Oh, it's Lee Cronin's mummy.
Oh, and Pink says, the trailer looks like it does that annoying thing where the lighting is just impossibly dark, leaving me wanting to turn the brightness all the way up just so I can see something.
Yes. Correct.
Yeah.
Getting
Sometimes.
My LinkedIn. Oh, sorry, my LinkedIn.
LinkedIn.
I
Read us
posted
your
thi-
LinkedIn.
I posted this review on LinkedIn because I think it's going to get me somewhere.
Yeah. Job.
Lee Cronin has friended you on LinkedIn.
My entry on Letterboxd for Lee Cronin's The Mummy is a little long because movies that kind of exist in this liminal space of there's good things, but there's things that I think are deeply wrong with it elicit more thought and more words. So do you want me to read it or do you want me to like wait?
I'm unmummifying myself. This
Go
is
for
a
it.
sensory nightmare.
Why not?
Okay. Apologies in advance. Lee Cronin's The Mummy, 2 stars out of 5.
Holy shit. For context, I gave it 4.5.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh, now I got to
That's
think
what-
of a,
that's
think
what
of a
Matt-
star rating.
Matt
for me.
Monagle said. He said, whoa.
He didn't respond to my Matt.
Well, I posted mine on Instagram.
Okay. Lee Cronin's The Mummy is tonally 2 movies competing with one another. A Raimi-esque gross-out possession retread and a supernatural abduction mystery. One deadly serious and emotional. The other more interested in slimy aesthetics. They both work to varying degrees, but clash with one another in less than complementary ways. For example, I don't think this is a spoiler. I'm just going to talk about one scene. A genuinely eerie emotional reunion is smash cut to an extended scene of 2 highly educated adults smashing a wheelchair up a set of stairs over and over again.
That was funny.
I realized
That was stupid.
I realized seconds in that there's no reason for this other than the sharp slams of sound design.
Yeah.
Every other version of this would be dad carrying his frail child up the stairs and the chair separately.
Yes.
Or maybe a person at the front of the chair and one in the back lifting it to each landing. But by the time that thought leaves me, it cuts to the father carrying the child to the bed, rendering the entire set of events moot. Why was this sequence there at all? To service the story or just cheap pitches of noise? For laughs? If so, what a way to undercut the emotional weight of anything before it. Why am I thinking of this scene so much? Because I think it's indicative of the movie's larger issue and bloated runtime. Emotional investment is undercut by cheap tricks and gore, leading to whiplash after whiplash, also pulling threads of logic that I shouldn't have time to tug on. I love gore, but it should either make me giggle or feel upset. This just made me either admire the effort of the production or cringe at the excess, not feel the events of the movie. It's a very pretty movie, and May Calamui is fantastic. She's my favorite part of the movie.
Oh, yeah.
Her entire investigator plot line is where the real creative energy of this movie lies, and I wish the storytellers felt confident enough to make it the primary focus. Why did they ever even leave Cairo after finding her? Why do they never talk to a doctor while in the States?
Yeah.
Why does none of the gore phase characters in the movie, if the events took place over a very short period of time, would I even question the lapses in judgment? For most of the movie to work, you have to accept that legitimately everyone in this movie is stupid, and that's not fun. At the end of the day, it's a decent movie with a satisfying enough, if messy, finale. Separately, the two movies that live inside Lee Cronin's The Mummy are solid. However, when mashed together with no real sense of time or sequence of events makes this a skip for me. When set pieces exist simply to get a reaction and not service the story, I have little to take away from the experience that incremental clips on social media couldn't provide me. This is the epitome of and then storytelling.
So my question, and you had said this directly on our way out of the theater about the violence doesn't have a point. And to which I go, gesturing wildly to all of Evil Dead movies.
This is an Evil Dead movie.
I understand that.
It's
Why
Lee
is
Cronin's The Mummy.
It's right. Shit.
I thought about that question, and I didn't have an answer for you in the moment. It's just the way that these things hit. This is presented as a harrowing experience for two parents over 8 years of the scene in the trailer of her collapsing to the ground.
That moment.
And that is juxtaposed with their other daughter ripping out her own teeth and no one bats an eye. So tonally in a Evil Dead movie, the expectations walking in and expectations walking in isn't always a factor, but you're going in to know that this is going to be fucking wild, leave your brain out. If there is emotional connection along the way for this short span of time where it's just like fucking rocking, great. If not, aesthetically, it's just like going. This wanted to do both, and I think in trying to service both, fails both. We have this like really, really great subplot of family losing their daughter, making a connection 8 years ago with an investigator who makes a connection with them as her first case. It turns into this almost Seven-esque journey through Cairo and the cultures in Cairo and how this farm in the middle of the nowhere, blah, 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 blah. Sorry. That was like fascinating. And then the monster stuff felt like it was in a different movie that didn't want to follow that thread. And so much time spent or lapsed between all of it. I had time to think about in the runtime, but then also the time in the movie. I had time to think about why. I shouldn't have to think about I almost shouldn't have the time to think, I wonder what she was like on the plane. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
The movie is kind of forcing me into that when I think almost even a better version of this movie, I don't like that, I'm sorry. I think I would have even felt different if they never went home to Albuquerque.
Right. Yeah.
If this all took place over the course of like a week because the doctors actually wanted to keep her and they are trying to reach her while there, and then that investigation is happening in real time. But now we're thinking of like, so the investigator travels to do that thing at the end with, well, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
I mean, how much time has passed?
Yeah.
Wait, that was just the funeral. Was she on the plane the whole time? What's happened?
Yeah.
I shouldn't feel that. I shouldn't be like questioning logic in something that's so crazy.
Sure.
In an Evil Dead movie, I don't, because it's just, this was like they wanted to squeeze something else in, and it created all these gaps that did not gel with me.
See, I respect your opinion on that, but for me, and I do have those same questions, right? Didn't occur to me about the plane, but there were things in this movie where it was like, no one's noticing that thing happening very loudly in this house. How is every room in this house just soundproof? Like you can't hear that. So things like that. But I also chalk some of those things up to horror movie, right? To just you have to accept some people are stupid in horror movies because they need to be stupid.
They don't know they're in a horror movie.
Yeah,
a good Exorcist.
Unless you're in Scream.
So this is also like an Exorcist movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say.
But a good Exorcist movie, at least the best ones, juxtapose all of that crazy supernatural with everyone trying to figure out why.
Mhm.
This doesn't do that at all in The Family. Like he has a couple of conversations with, I guess, Albuquerque's finest Egyptologist. I don't even know. Like,
he went to like the university.
He's got like two questions, like two conversations with that guy. But
I mean, his whole, I don't want to say arc, but his whole.
I'm talking about doctor science. Like even in The Exorcist.
I think you meant the dad.
There's a
They
whole
go to
MRI
they
sequence.
go
Like
with a serial killer. That was my. Okay, so.
Sorry,
No.
I took over.
No, you're good.
What did you think,
I liked it more than you.
Yeah.
But I liked it less than you. Somewhere in the middle.
Mhm.
I know I'm very biased when there's really good practical effects.
Oh, it's awesome.
And these were making me squirm. And I was like, yes. I was like there and I'm like,
No, they were great.
The squirmy
goopy and
giggles.
gross
Yeah.
and like,
Mhm.
oh, gnarly. So I feel
And
like
you and I
that's
looked at each
skewing-
other multiple times being like,
Mhm.
Yeah. It did feel long to me. It felt a little long to me. And I agree. I was like, this is an Exorcist movie. And I typically love Exorcist movies. Like I was like, this is an Exorcist movie that has goopy, gross special effects that I love. And I was like, why am I not like all in right now?
Yeah.
I was like, I'm enjoying myself, but I'm not all in. And I think it's the little
in
thing.
unchill way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
You're like you were
Normal arms.
You're chill about it.
I was like,
Yeah.
Like this is fun. I'm
Wasn't
chill. I'm
this?
being chill about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, and like you were spending your time thinking about why they're on the plane. I was spending time thinking about the thing that you said other people think when they don't know what's wrong with the movie. I was like, the mummy's not the monster because they made her a mummy, but it's a demon. So this is an exorcism. Is this a mummy movie or is this more
But then-
exorcist than mummy? And then I was like, but I don't know enough about. I know a little bit about mummification in the process, but I was like,
Yeah, like what's
and
the
I was sitting there
definition of a
thinking, I'm
mummy?
like, what's the definition of a mummy? Like, is this a mummy or an exorcism? And like, it's kind of both.
There's a
And there's a
sarcophagus, there's
demon,
a
not the
tomb.
mummy. Like, because in the mummy, it's the person that they made, like the Brendan Fraser's mummy, the 1999 mummy. The monster is the person who was mummified,
Yeah.
Mhm.
comes back from the dead. So that's the mummy.
Yeah.
Because of a
This
because
isn't
of a
like
curse
the
of something
victims are
else.
the mummy. So I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, it's the mummy, kind of.
I don't think it's
That's
But
what I
she
loved
wasn't-
about it. That's
yeah.
one of the elements that I liked is that whereas I felt like They're Going to Kill You felt like a bunch of things just ripped from other movies whole cloth and didn't feel original to me. This feels to me like we are taking elements from a bunch of different mythos and we're kind of mixing them together to create something that feels a little bit different, a little bit fresh. And it worked for me.
I like the
personally.
idea of
Yeah.
that, but it didn't work for me. I don't.
Yeah.
Because I
Didn't get me there. I liked the
Yeah.
idea.
I
was-
genuinely. It
I'm not going to give it a star rating. I'm going to give it arms.
two solid movies
Yeah.
smashed together inorganically.
Oh, and I wanted to say, I was most locked in whenever we were with the investigator.
Right?
I was most locked. Well,
was cool.
investigator, and then anytime there was creepy contortionist stuff happening, I was like, yes.
So the not mummy of it all did not bother me really until
It didn't
the third
bother
act.
me either, but I had the time to think about it.
Well, no,
That's
it didn't.
what I was
It bothered me
saying.
eventually.
Yeah.
It didn't bother me until the third act.
Mhm.
They Can we go into spoilers?
Oh, spoilers. Yeah, let's I 100%
we
say
run the gamut.
go see Lee Cronin's The Mummy in the theaters right now.
I
They're
think
like, man.
if you're a horror fan,
and
and you have to pick for something else this weekend, this is a great streamer. I don't think it's a good sit.
Mhm.
I think it's a wonderful
we need to
practical
get into spoilers
effects.
because I want to talk about my I forgot I had this. I just saw myself on the camera, and
Would
I'm
you
like,
recommend it? Would you recommend somebody going to the theaters or?
We're in spoilers now.
Would I recommend it? It depends on the person. It
Yeah,
depends on the
sure.
person. If there are special effects, practical effects, nut like me, I'm gonna be like, watch this. It's so gross,
Mhm.
Yeah.
for sure.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think if you're an Evil Dead fan, you could
Mhm.
do worse to go see it.
Mm.
All right. Spoilers, go. Who's got something?
The mummy of it all stopped working for me when randomly at the end of the second act, like, oh, by the way, the demon, not the mummy, the demon, just happens to also infect families, and then all of a sudden has deadites.
Oh,
She
yeah.
possesses the siblings. That is out of fucking nowhere, and just precipitates. It just precipitates. It's a reverse engineering what they want to do practically, as opposed to an organic
No.
explosion of the movie. It is an Evil Dead movie, and it's not a surprise Evil Dead movie. It's like you have one idea and you're jamming it everywhere. And
What's the idea? What's the
of
one
Evil
idea?
Dead movie.
Oh, I disagree. To me, that is a fun reveal. That is we don't know what this is. We are now told, the audience is told, this is a demon. She is wrapped up like a mummy to encase that demon inside of her. And she now has deadites because of this whole time I'm thinking this is her skin. The weirdness of her flesh is strange and wrinkly. And then we realize after the toenail cutting scene,
stand by
that is just,
It's still her flesh. Yeah.
no, that is the wrappings that have all of the markings, the magical runes, if you will,
But
to keep her in.
It's fused on her, right?
Yes, it is fused
Yeah.
onto her skin, but that is wrappings on top of her skin that has been fused and is peeling off. So the reason that she now has that ability is because there was a break in the wrappings that are containing the thing in her. So now it's able to let loose.
Well, it lets loose well before that. Oh, you mean the toenail lets you do that?
Yeah.
First of all, why didn't they fucking cut her toenails at the hospital?
I don't. They made
mentioned-
like an offhand comment that they couldn't do it. It was like, oh,
Well, they
gave her
mentioned that
some
they did a
manicure.
shitty job.
Yeah, they did a shitty job.
That's an offhand comment from the grandmother 1 week or 5 months later. Because time doesn't matter in this movie. Not, hey, we have to patch her up. Maybe these shards that she's cutting herself with,
Yeah.
we should try for. Again, sorry.
The toenail scene.
Yeah.
Mm.
I love the toenail scene.
Yeah.
I still kind of think that's flesh because we see her blood spray all over.
Yeah.
And I've
Maybe it started as
work-
wrappings, but it's.
I mean, I think it's an amalgamation of the two because she's been wrapped so tightly for so long. The fabric has bonded to her skin, so when it comes off, it peels her skin off too. My point was
that was skin slippage at its finest.
I was watching it thinking about the autopsy of Jane Doe,
Where it's all tattooed on the inside of her.
right? Where she has tattoos.
It's so good.
I want to.
Where she has tattoos under her skin,
Yeah.
which seem impossible to me. And I went, how are there tattoos for these runes under her skin? And it wasn't until later that I was like, oh shit, that's the wrappings.
Mm-hmm.
So it's both.
It lost me hard, especially in the worst line of the movie that should not have made it into any cut.
Oh, I'm so curious.
Hey, baby brother, help me get undressed.
Yeah.
That was fucking cringe. That was absolute.
It's supposed
fucking-
to be.
No,
it's so gross.
A 17-year-old mummy. It was so cringe. Also, too, like this family, I hate them.
Fair.
I hate them. Like the kids are. The kids are fine. Well, there was a critic, I think, on IndieWire, who did said something to the effect of, demons have been possessing people for thousands of years, and they still only have one trick, and that's to make little girls curse. I was like, fair.
Cute.
Super fair.
That's so make little girls
Super
drop
fair.
the C word.
Yeah,
That's
like-
what they do.
Like, I mean, it works, dude.
Your
so
mother
funny.
sews socks in hell.
There are so many things that happen over the course of this movie that are really, really cool. But they happen so displaced from each other over a slow period of time that I'm forced to reckon with. These are stupid and or bad people. The threshold for, but it's our daughter and we miss her, I think left when she's crawling all over inside the walls of the house, eats a scorpion and attacks them.
Oh yeah.
And or floats in the chair. And or like there's so many things and they happen in such a long period of time that I can't help but question how stupid everyone is. And that ruins immersion for me. It makes all of these really great sequences, and they are really great sequences, lose all narrative weight because it's just and then it's like a 10-year-old telling me what happened in a movie as opposed to me experiencing a movie. And I genuinely started to resent it because the interesting shit was happening in Cairo as a B plot.
Yeah.
I don't understand why they brought her home. Like for the movie. Just keep everyone in Cairo.
It was honestly, it was.
He didn't get the job. They stayed in Cairo. Well, actually, hold on. Fucking the fact that their daughter goes missing and they're about to leave to go back to America because he has a job. He got hired for a job.
York, right?
He gets a job. And then she disappears and they still go back to America.
Maybe
there is no way I would leave the country without my daughter.
Maybe years later, maybe they are not allowed to stay. I don't know.
I mean,
What do you mean they're back in Albuquerque?
There's unfortunately a lot of stories of like children getting kidnapped and then
that's one of
like it's Madeline McCann's the first one that's coming to mind. It's a tragic story, but get kidnapped on vacation and then
of all the narrative things that I have a problem with, that's probably the least because they do like an 8-year jump.
Yeah, because it's an 8-year jump. It wasn't like next week. Like back home.
That is the only time they tell you how much time is spent. There was something else I was going to say, but it's just
dumb characters,
which is usually forgivable in horror movies. But we spend so much time. The movie spends so much time trying to ingratiate us to this family unit. But then they keep presenting me with situations where they act so poorly that I'm like, I guess I want them to win. And the sacrifice at the end feels unearned.
I was emotional during the sacrifice.
Especially because it's reversed.
Which I loved. I went into this movie thinking from the trailer, I thought I clocked it. I thought nihilistic. We've got it's the demon, the mummy's going to win at the end. It's got this little girl. There's no way she's coming back from whatever she is in this trailer. And so the fact that we actually get a pleasant ending.
That's great.
I was like, oh, shit.
I'm talking about the dad and the witch mom.
Yeah.
See, I thought it was the nurse mom, let's fuck this bitch up and let her die in prison.
Yeah.
And that was like, yes. You broke my family unit. My husband had to sacrifice the rest of his future with us. At the very least, you're not going to breathe anymore. Yeah. But then when they roll him in, it's a cool reveal. But then I think, they put him on a plane?
Yeah, right?
Like
they just bring the trunk
again,
on the plane.
It was like why are we ever in Albuquerque? It's like they wanted to make a haunted house Evil Dead movie, had this cool idea for an investigation of not really a mummy, jam the two together, and it's like...
I was gonna say. So I also disagree. I felt like, why is everybody so dumb in this movie? But again, I was like, horror movie logic. They don't know they're in a horror movie, and for me, it was mild. I don't want to say excuse because it still bothered me a little bit. So the mom is a nurse that's established from the beginning, and she doesn't want her daughter away from her. So she's like, we're keeping her here, even though the dad wants to go and get help elsewhere or send her somewhere. And then so the mom's in her, and also the mom's mom ends up dying in a tragic way. That was gruesome. Yeah. And
but then she asks to eat her out as a demon. Like, what the fuck?
But so mom is trying to do it on her own, thinks she's a nurse, or she is a nurse, and she thinks she can handle it.
Thinks she's a healthcare provider.
She thinks she's all that. But the dad then gets so, no pun intended, actually pun intended, wrapped up
Hey.
in trying to figure out what the wrappings mean.
Yeah.
That he's not paying. He's like in the basement for half of this movie, so he's not paying attention to a lot of the shit that's going on. Mom thinks she can handle it on her own, but then is also kind of just locking her away and avoiding it, dealing with her own shit. So that was kind of my trying to make sense of it. Like, okay, this is why they haven't gone to the doctor. This is why they're trying to handle it at home. Dad's distracted trying to solve this supernatural mystery. Mom doesn't think it's supernatural, thinks she can handle it, but
I chalked it up to the trauma that the family is not okay
yeah.
from losing a small child for 8 years. That they were just either tamping it down. I was kind of amazed they were still together 8 years later, especially since, you know, you can kind of feel that the mom would be blaming him, despite the fact that like it was an ongoing problem that just hit its apex while he was watching her.
Yeah. And
Like,
they
the
have
fact-
that argument.
Yeah. I love that they touched on that.
Mm.
But the fact that they have a fence, like they're in a gated fenced community or like, hotel,
Backyard.
whatever, backyard.
The apartment.
So yeah, no, I like that they touched on that, but I just felt that they were all traumatized and maybe not
Oh, for sure.
as equipped to handle the situation as maybe they may have otherwise been.
Oh, can I talk about my neck?
Yeah,
Explain it
That
after
was
you.
such a gnarly part.
I agree that it should have been there, but I don't think it was effective at all. They have a conversation an hour and a half into the movie, but when you revisit them 8 years later, they do that. Like the movie does work to kind of like create this coalesced unit, and they are with each other. Like that felt shoehorned in instead of boiling.
Really?
Yes.
I have
Oh,
another
man.
question.
Yes.
We talked about this. How long did it take you to realize she was clicking her teeth in Morse code?
Oh, that was actually one of the best surprises of the movie.
Yeah.
I
love that.
realize it.
I
didn't
was
catch it.
waiting
She
for
knew it.
Dad to notice. Every time she's clicking her teeth, she kept trying to turn toward Dad, and it looked like, oh, she's being weird and contortionist. And I'm like, no, she's trying. I was getting angry at that point. I was like, when are they gonna freaking notice that it's Morse code? And then they finally did.
I didn't
I was
notice. I didn't notice, but you know what I did notice? He never fucking tries to talk back to her. That's what I noticed. That's this movie in a nutshell. Cool fucking ideas. Dumb logic. Like, why doesn't he try to keep communicating with her? He got a first name. Cool. And never tries to talk to her
Yeah.
to find out more or say he loves her or tell me something else. Like, nope. Kayla. That's it. Layla, sorry. And that's
We
like,
don't know Morse
This
code.
movie is a bag of great ideas that just aren't logically connected
Mm.
in a satisfying way for me. If you just want like aesthetically pleasing, slappy gore and fun things, great. But as soon as it wants to be something more meaningful, it loses me because I don't think it hits those marks. There's a couple of shots in this movie that are fucking beautiful.
They do that.
A split diopter
This
all the
split
time.
diopter.
It's a bit overused, I think.
Yeah.
A bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like every other scene was like, whoop.
A lot of mouths. A lot
Yeah.
of close-ups of
It-
mouths.
Although I did like that, yeah. a lot of close-ups.
There's a sequence in the second act where a young boy in Cairo, and then in the background you see the plane crash.
Ah,
I was like,
Beautiful shot.
that is so fucking cool.
Yeah.
Stay here. Show me this. And then it's just gore hanging on the tree and this and that.
I
Like
loved the gore.
they looked cool, but it didn't serve the story in any way, shape, or form. I don't even know who the fuck that dude is. Do you know what I mean? Like those are the things that it's just like, this is cool, but it's like a wrapping on a car that doesn't function.
I'll
Rapping on a mummy.
Hey.
I'll never clock the. It's a horror movie with gore that doesn't serve the story,
It doesn't.
but I don't understand that. None of the gore in Evil Dead serves the story.
It does. It like the gore in Evil Dead heightens the tension over and over in escalation. This just starts with out of place in a normal world, shit happening and people not reacting to it in any kind of like realistic way. The trappings of this world is supposed to be realistic.
Yeah.
Heightened, weird, crazy Evil Dead shit happens within it,
Yeah.
and then we don't really
But
address
most
it
of that
in
is
the
all
movie.
happening in the house at the end.
And the
That's
characters,
when it gets the most.
it happens
Evil
throughout
Dead-y.
the whole movie. the weird. She's literally crawling like a spider throughout the walls of the house halfway through the movie.
Well, she's running around, but yeah, there's room in there for.
And then she eats a scorpion, and then she vomits an obscene amount of green shit that they don't clean up.
They do clean it up.
What is that thing on the floor that constantly keeps degrading?
That is after it's that is the ectoplasm. That's the spooky ectoplasm that is left after they clean it up. That's what I took that as, not as they just left it.
Well, it's like you didn't clean under the rug, and it's starting to bore away. Like I immediately was just like, they didn't clean that shit up well enough.
No,
like, you
I
didn't
took
pick it
that
up and
as
check
like
it out?
this is supernatural. Bleh.
Yeah.
Again, happens an hour before the craziness starts, and the trappings of the movie wants you to keep thinking that these people are clueless, and everything is telling them it's wrong. Something's wrong, and they continue to ignore it. Not in a
So like every haunted house movie ever.
which I don't always love. Like haunted house movies that are haunted house movies that don't focus exclusively on the characters or the story of the characters. I actually don't give a shit about. Like Conjuring movies, I don't really give a shit about because it's just these characters coming in and then here's a hauntie. But Bly Manor, well, it's true. But Bly Manor, where it's like generational and the story is
Haunting of Hill House.
the story is the ghosts. That's catnip. Do you know what I mean? Like, so that doesn't really do it for me either.
Yeah.
Same with like found footage. Like,
Forget what else. Oh, I do. I love found footage.
Oh, tell us about this.
oh yeah,
Oh
sorry.
yeah, that was probably one of my favorite scenes in the movie.
So
She
badass.
gets was it the grandma that like throws up a scorpion in her mouth, like mama bird's a scorpion right in there, and then it like stings out. This is the detective, sorry, the investigator, and then who shows up in Albuquerque. Sorry, now I'm thinking about it too much.
How far is the flight from Cairo to
I don't
Albuquerque?
Apparently, really,
It's
Really quick.
It's a puddle jumper. It's not a
Just
big
jump
deal.
on a scooter, you're fine.
the scorpion like bursts out of her neck, and then they had just watched
And stings her.
and stings
Through
her
the neck.
Yep.
through the neck, and then the VHS tape that they had just watched showed them how to do this whole process of transferring the demon from one mummy to another. And
Host.
I knew as soon as it happened, I was like, oh, she's gonna have to do the thing later, and she's not gonna be able to do it. What are they gonna do? And she does it anyway by sticking her fingers in her trach and like saying the word. It was gnarly.
How does
So
that work?
good.
Does she have to push it up or just like place it?
You hear it click.
I don't know.
into
It's like
place. You can hear her,
it's like her vocal cords just like.
And she's like doing the chant with the
That was
thing.
one of those moments where I was squirming. I'm like,
Yeah.
no, because they close up on her fingers up in there. And something that I loved, I didn't get the context of this at the time, but I had seen a ton of pictures of the premiere. May Calamaway,
Kalamawi.
I'm so sorry. At the premiere, it looked stunning, wearing this gorgeous black dress and no necklace or anything, just a small scar on her neck, like
That's
special
dope.
effects scar. And I thought it was dope. And a lot of people were upset about it because like, this is a spoiler. And I was like, but you don't know why she gets.
Someone in a horror movie gets injured.
Yeah. And so I almost didn't do this tonight because I was like, are people going to think it's a spoiler? And I even joked with JD. I was like, should I have it wrapped around? And then when we do spoilers, I'll
And then
reveal.
everything you say, you like
But-
the movie.
Yeah, I like this. But I just couldn't resist doing this quick little 10-minute.
Flight time from Cairo to Albuquerque. Over under? Anybody want to guess?
No.
21 hours.
Ooh.
Nice.
That would be like
It's like less
8
than
to
a
10.
day.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, it's just less than
Yeah.
Less than a day.
Yeah.
Grandma's funeral scene or Grandma's death scene was
Yeah.
gnarly.
Yeah.
I thought it was like just gonna end with her falling out that or getting thrown out that window, and then you see her get dragged off the car, still alive by the
Coyotes, the dog. Yeah.
by the werewolves from Twilight.
By Jacob and his pack.
I
And then her
see,
guts and just
the sequence of events was like cool, but then landing on the car, the comedic effect, view from inside the car, and then the comedic effect. I mean,
The little girl
it's-
starts laughing.
it's
but
shot.
She's
it's
possessed.
it's
at that point.
shot like so. The way it's edited is kind of shot for shock giggle, like slam on car, dragged from car, view from up, and then everyone in the car just kind of like, there's no screaming. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of it's presented as a look how fucked up. Haha.
Kind of, yeah, I see that.
This is the most tragic fucking thing that could happen to this old
I'm sure.
lady.
What were they talking about in the car? Because I feel like it was something like, oh, like I wonder what Grandma's up to, and then like bam on the car, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Like, or they were talking like, we're not going to tell Mom about what happened today, because that's when she calls her teacher a rat-faced C word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's possessed.
Oh yeah, that's right. We're not going to tell Mom about
We're
this.
not going to tell Mom about this. She's got a lot going on.
Like it's presented as a beat on the scene as opposed to.
Yeah, I can see the
traumatic.
way it flowing in the scene that way.
It hit me a little cold.
I was horrified.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. When Pink says when he when he would agree with a criticism.
Oh, that's Noel.
Let the hate flow through you.
Yeah, like what else did you not like?
Yeah, I see.
Come
Oh
on.
yes, yeah.
I don't bemoan anybody that like some of my absolute favorite critics are enjoying this movie. That's totally fine. I did not enjoy it.
It's us. We're his favorite critics.
I did not enjoy it. I have explicit reasons why I did not enjoy it. I think I've articulated them pretty well.
You have.
Yeah.
And I agree with some of your
Have
points.
fun with it.
Some of them,
like,
yeah.
have fun with it.
Yeah.
Whatever. That's totally fine. I don't
Yeah.
I don't think that this is the worst fucking thing.
Yeah.
I did not enjoy this experience.
Ah.
I enjoyed pieces of this experience. And because I enjoyed pieces of it, I wish I just hated it all. Because it's harder to square the circle of, well, then what's wrong with me? Why am I not having the same reaction that some other people are having? And I figure out what's wrong with me, and it still is like, why couldn't just this? I'm not excited about the next Lee Cronin joint.
Yeah. I am. I love this. This is going to be up there for like one of my favorite horror movies of the year. Especially, you were
know if
talking
it'll be
about
that
it
high.
feeling like two movies that don't feel like they're, stitched together. And I feel like I was just like, oh my God, it's like an Evil Dead movie with like a fun mystery behind it. I'm in. I love this. So I was really having a blast the whole time.
But they happen across the world from each other over the course of 2.5 hours or 7 months, 8 months.
Yeah. Again, I don't really care.
I do.
I need
like,
a timestamp.
No. I don't need a timestamp. I need to understand the passage of time in order to be invested the way that the movie wants me to invest.
Yeah.
That is just a function of this. If I ignore it, I won't have that problem. But the movie sets up specific things that have to do with passage of time and doesn't tell me. So it's like,
Aw.
what's going on?
Jeremy says, y'all are my favorite and only critics.
Stop sucking up, Jeremy.
He just loves how we criticize him.
What do you think of his hair?
Oh, it's so nice. He has such big, flowy, curly hair.
Say
It's very-
something mean.
Oh. I can't think of anything mean.
God, you're the worst.
Aw.
Say something mean.
He's a really nice guy.
I don't
think-
say anything. I say mean things to him in person.
I'll say something mean to you, Jeremy. I think you don't have all the best T-shirts. You only have some of the best
Yeah.
T-shirts.
Oh, I
He
have
does
all
have
the
so
best
many
fuck
good
off.
t-shirts.
Yeah.
I have all the best t-shirts.
Yeah.
Today he was,
Yeah,
I think it was
yeah.
today.
Yeah.
Today he was
Yeah, I have
wearing
better
a,
t-shirts.
a Punisher t-shirt that says, let's cosplay masculinity. It's so
All
good.
right, that's pretty good.
Yeah. All right.
I was gonna say one more thing. Movie,
Go,
say
one
movie
more
related,
thing.
and I already forget because we were insulting Jeremy.
I'm sorry. That's on me.
Oh.
Yeah, cry about it, bitch. You were saying.
I don't even fucking know anymore.
You were saying you hated this movie and it should
No,
die in a
no,
No,
fire.
no.
I
had a
was
good
gonna
time.
say it's not. I don't think it's gonna be up on one of my favorites of the year. I will enjoy it, and I will recommend to other people who enjoy goopy, gross special effects just to see. Like I've already told Jess of Inside the Morgue,
Yeah.
a fantastic podcast you should all listen to.
It's accurate.
That she needs to watch it because I just want to see how she feels about all the grossness of it.
Awesome.
Yeah, I still think my favorite horror movie of the year so far is the. Oh my god! Now it's
Undertone.
No,
No, it's good.
Undertone. No,
I still haven't seen that.
it's fine.
That came out this. You know what? I've been having bad
28
luck.
years later. Bone Temple,
Oh, that was fun.
right? That was an
fun.
early release this year.
I think I like this more.
What?
Yeah.
That
I
I
think I did.
I
hard
disagree with
I think I did.
Hard disagree.
We'll fight about it.
Horror movies. This.
Yeah, I'll
this-
win.
Horror movies.
God damn it, it's true.
So, Mummy, Faces of Death, They Will Kill You, Ready or Not.
Oh wait, Ready or Not 2 is up there.
And I saw Dangerous Animals. That came out this year.
I also saw Dangerous
Oh
Animals.
shit! I want to see that.
It was
Cool.
good.
It was cool.
Yeah.
I'm
I
already
liked it a lot.
good. That's gonna be. one of my-
I guess I think Ready or Not is my favorite.
Nice.
Oh,
Not They
actually,
Will-
They Will Kill You.
I
is
was gonna
probably
say
my
I
favorite.
would have thought you liked They Will Kill You more.
I mean, there's only 4.
Yeah.
But of
This
the
is
ones
in my
I've
top
seen-
4.
Yeah, all right.
Top 3. All right, we did it.
We did it.
We did it.
We did a thing.
What's next week?
Next week we are going
Here, I'll let
to.
you. I just swiped your
No,
movie.
it's totally fine.
I steal all
We
your
are going to talk. Get on.
I hear it's a blast.
We're going to talk about Super Mario, the real Super Mario Brothers movie from 1993.
It's a blast. Super Mario. Is it called just Mario Bros? Oh no, Super Mario Bros.
Duh.
Buckle up and hang on tight. The discovery of a parallel universe launches you into an adventure of a lifetime. Mario and Luigi, two wacky plumbers, undertake a daring quest to save the princess in Dino Hatton, a hidden world where the inhabitants evolved from dinosaurs. Mario, Bob Hoskins from Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and Luigi, John Leguizamo, not Italian,
From the Spawn.
Not Italian.
face deadly challenges from a diabolical lizard king, Dennis Hopper from Hoosiers, and
From the Hoosiers.
must battle giant reptilian Goombas, outwit misfit thugs, and undermine a sinister scheme to take over the world. Blast off for this nonstop excitement with Super Mario Brothers live action thrill ride that dazzled moviegoers fucking everywhere. It's a blast, said
It
the Washington
did
Post.
dazzle move. When did this come
Eye-popping
out?
You know what?
special effects.
This ain't no game.
I love iPad.
It's a live action
effects.
ride.
Wow.
Yeah, so Mario's in the zeitgeist, and it's been in our zeitgeist in our
I
hearts
have
for
never seen
30
this.
years.
Fisher Stevens,
You've
the guy
never
who was
seen
the
this?
guy who
You've
wear
seen it.
brown face.
I'm traumatized by it. You've never seen this?
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
So,
Yo, I need to be there when you see this.
Okay.
Mario's, there are so many. There are literally more than 3, I think 5 if I can remember correctly.
Can't believe you've never seen that.
Video game adaptations coming out this year that are remakes or have had adaptations before. So like Mario, Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, Resident Evil. So we're going to try and visit as many of these older adaptations as we can. And this will be our first one. And probably the best one. I'm just going to throw it out there.
I'm stoked about this. I'm stoked to revisit. I watched this as a child like once or twice, and I don't think I was allowed to watch anymore because I cried during certain scenes because it traumatized me.
I mean, there's some traumatizing shit in there.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
You've never seen it?
Is it?
The
Banging
eye-popping
soundtrack.
special effects are traumatizing.
Banging soundtrack.
Jeremy is correct when he says that this movie is gold.
Crazy.
It's
Even
something.
I've seen it, and I haven't seen anything, says Jeremy.
Yeah, I mean, if you are interested in 2 plumbers falling into an alternate universe where dinosaurs evolved into humans from, just like monkeys, whatever. And Trump as an allegory, you're in. This is it. This is the movie.
Pink says, I've never seen it because I've always been the snob I am today.
Aw,
God bless you.
stay the way
and
you
we
are,
love you
Pink.
for it.
Rip it. Watch it with us.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna talk about that next week. What did I call it?
Retro.
Replay through.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm not
Join
sure.
us next Wednesday at 8 o'clock for our live stream discussion about Super Mario Bros. And we will talk at you later. Thank you so much for hanging out with us.
Bye.
CultPOP.